Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure for me to speak at the Seaweed Around the Clock event, one of the annual flagship events for seaweed industry. And I'm very happy that BioMarine is paying so much attention to our ocean ecosystems by driving forward blue bioeconomy and the regenerative algae industry. A thriving EU algae industry could become a major contributor to the European Green Deal and a source of inspiration for other industries to become more regenerative, innovative and socially exemplary, with thousands of good jobs created, notably in coastal communities. To unlock the potential of the European algae sector, the European Commission is developing a cross-cutting EU algae initiative to be adopted by the end of 2022. The initiative will aim to support upscaling regenerative algae cultivation and production throughout the EU, and the development and mainstreaming the markets for food and non-food algae applications. In addition, the Commission has launched this February the EU for Algae, a collaborative and cross-cutting European algae stakeholder platform that will be a collaborative space for European algae stakeholders. It will also act as an information hub on algae funding calls, projects, business-related information, intelligence and best practices. BioMarine and other algae stakeholders are more than welcome to join the platform when it will be operational this summer. Besides, Commission has recently launched few algae-related studies, one of which will assess the potential of shellfish and algae to recycle nutrients, and another one will examine the costs, impacts and benefits of scaling up production of marine algae through aquaculture in the EU. But for algae sector to take off, sufficient sustainable financing will be needed. Commission's financial support to algae sector is not new, as at least 300 algae-related projects so far have been supported, for instance under EMFF, LIFE or Interreg. Horizon 2020 alone has funded 116 projects with an EU contribution of 273 million euros. And the EU financial support to the algae sector is expected only to grow. We are supporting the green and digital transition of our societies and economies with the most significant public investment package ever financed by the EU, totaling 750 billion euros for the period of 2021 to 2027. A part of that package has also been programmed by EU member states to go directly towards investments into the sustainable blue economy. Another important instrument worth highlighting here is our Blue Invest initiative. Blue Invest provides investment readiness, advice and access to finance to innovative SMEs and startups in the blue economy. This ongoing and very successful initiative has led to real finance deals with promising blue economy companies that are planning to introduce or scale up their sustainable innovations into the market. Blue Invest can now also draw on a new large-scale equity fund, Invest EU Blue Economy, that we have created together with the European Investment Fund, and that will mobilize 500 million euros of EU funds in the next 7 years, resulting in up to 1.5 billion euros of risk finance for innovative and sustainable blue economy SMEs and startups. This is particularly relevant to the algae sector, as there are, for example, 21 algae-related projects in the current Blue Invest project pipeline. We have also reoriented our research and innovation funding to focus more on societal challenges. In this respect, I would like to point to our new EU mission, Restore Our Ocean and Waters by 2030. It is a brand new research and innovation-based tool that we hope will substantially contribute to decarbonization, ecosystem restoration, biodiversity and zero pollution. There are emerging opportunities for algae sector, as algae-related projects are eligible in at least 8 funding streams within the 2021-2022 work program of the new mission Ocean, with projects ranging from algae innovation, better knowledge, bioremediation, and etc. In sum, we have a lot of work ahead of us, but also an arsenal of tools and resources to draw from. I would like to thank you and wish that we move on together and align our efforts in the development and scaling up the seaweed sector. And I like you call it the Blue Revolution. I wish you a successful event. Thank you for your attention.